Mənim bir zəmbil alma almağa pulum çəkilir.
Ama səndən pul istəyən kimdir? Bir də biz almanı tek satmırıq ha, qadası.
The art of cinema is the greatest discovery of mankind. Since its inception, cinema has been shaping people's worldview, keeping alive the history and national traditions of every nation, penetrating all spheres of life. Cinema is the only art form that combines several areas of culture. One of the advantages of cinema is its visibility, power of persuasion and influence.
Tapdın ha! Buna bax!
İstəyirsən texnikuma girim sənin üçün?
Gəl yağa dolaş belə!
Coinciding with the history of world cinema, Azerbaijani cinema was initially silent and black and white, and later in color and sound format. The history of Azerbaijani film art begins in 1898. In the same year, people's walk in the city garden, market street at dawn, train entering the railroad station, Bibiheybat Oil Fountain Fire, and other movies were shot. At the World Movie Exhibition held in Paris in 1900, the Chronicles Oil Fountain Fire in Bibiheybet and Oil Fountain in Balakhani were shown. Although silent movies were made in Azerbaijan until 1935, they were in both documentary and feature movie genres. In 1916, the first full-length feature movie was shot in Azerbaijan based on the melodrama genre in the Kingdom of Oil and Millions story by the writer Ibrahim Bey Musabayev, reflecting the life events and scenes of the time. With this, a new page was opened in our cinema history. The foundation of feature filmmaking was laid. In connection with the establishment of the Azerbaijan People's Republic, a full-length documentary movie called Celebration on the occasion of the anniversary of Azerbaijan's independence was shot and shown in 1919. Production of the first sound cinema in Azerbaijan began in 1935 with the feature movie On the Shores of the Blue Sea. With the advent of sound cinema, the creative possibilities of our documentary cinema have expanded. In 1936, the foundation of dubbing in our movie art was laid with the dubbing of the movie Chapayev, translated from the Soviet cinema into Azerbaijani by our prominent writer Chamanzaminli. It's good that there is cinema. If there was no cinema, how could a person visually understand this unattainable, unfathomable world where it's impossible to reach the end by wandering around? I remember that every time a new movie was brought to town, we would wait impatiently for the dark. The movie we watched at the town club would also be one of the main topics we would discuss the next morning. Sometimes it took us days to recover from the effects of the movie we watched. Who wouldn't love something that instills honesty, purity in the human race? Isn't it the movies that made us love and instilled in us Nasimi, who was flayed for his beliefs, and Babek, who chose to live free for one day rather than crawling under the yoke for 40 years? Among such movie heroes, we can also mention Dalagorgud, who swore to his sacred musical instrument, saz, for the sake of his land not being robbed, the cessation of fratricide, teacher Jabish, who is a symbol of naivety, born of purity, and many others. The movie Arsham Malalam. After the movie Arsham Malalam, which was released in the fall of 1945, the trend towards the musical comedy genre in Azerbaijani cinema became stronger. The screening of the movie turned into a real art festival. Its name was written in golden letters in the history of Azerbaijani cinema. The creators of the movie did their best to convey to the audience the human idea the beauty and variety of comedy melodies in his brilliant work, which is the fruit of Üzeyir Hacıbeyli's genius. The greatest success of the movie is its unforgettable images that are loved at first sight. 5 billion rubles of profit was achieved within 2 years after the movie was released. It wasn't easy for this movie to be released. Arshın Malalan, which is considered one of the most successful movies of Azerbaijani national cinema, has been shown in 136 countries and translated into 86 languages. The movie If Not That Girl, Let It Be This Woman Instead. In 1956, another qualitative change took place in our cinema. The first color feature movie If Not That Girl, Let It Be This Woman Instead was shot. Screening of this comedy by Üzeyir Hacıbeyli also brought fame to our national cinema. I wonder if there is a movie in the world that leaves a mark in the memory like this screenplay. Word by word, sentence by sentence, and the public can easily memorize every detail of it. The movie was shown in more than 40 countries of the world.
Gel hanım gel yanıma gel, canım gel yanıma gel, yarım gel yanıma gel. Men ölüm, men ölüm, men ölüm gel, men ölüm, men ölüm, men ölüm gel. Al kuzum gel yanıma, canımı veririm ben yarıma, kurban ederim ben canana, malımı pulumu canımı ben.
The movie On the Distant Shores. At the beginning of the 50s of the last century, the story of the writers Imran Gasımov and Hasan Seyitbeyli On the Distant Shores won the sympathy of a wide readership in a short time. The book is widely popular among readers and provides readers with extensive information about the legendary bravery of Mehdi Hüseyinzadeh, the hero son of our nation. During the Second World War, he served as a scout in an international partisan brigade far from his homeland, on the shores of the Adriatic Sea, around the city of Trieste. This work of art, calling young people to heroism, to protect and love the motherland, became a real event in Azerbaijani cinema after it was released in 1958. The audience watching the movie is watching with deep excitement how our compatriot, nicknamed Mikhailo, who scared the fascists, performed the most difficult operations together with his partisan friend Veselin. On the Distant Shores became a real school that trained heroes for the Karabakh War, which our country would face later. Renaissance of Azerbaijani cinema. From the 1970s to the first half of the 1980s, Azerbaijani cinema experienced a period of renaissance. The movies created by cinematographers played an important role in promoting national and moral values, forming national consciousness, and upbringing the young generation. Over the years, movies have been created that are part of the unforgettable pages of our cinema annals, which have relevant themes and are remarkable in terms of craftsmanship and are included in the golden fund of our culture. In total, 110 feature movies, 500 documentaries and scientific popular films, as well as 44 animated movies were produced. In a southern city, Our Teacher Jabish, Crazy Kur, Shared Bread, Dervish Blows Up Paris, I Want Seven Sons, The Last Pass, Nasimi, Dada Gorgud, Babak, Nizami, and other feature movies were shot in those years. These movies, which brought innovation to the arts in terms of content and genre, brought cinema closer to the people. The fact that there are many movies in Azerbaijani cinema about the lives of various professionals and related to the history of the people is an indicator of the richness of the themes of our screen art. The diversity of genres of our feature movies has been embodied in military, historical, heroic, musical comedy, detective, adventure, psychological, grotesque, social pamphlet, fairy tale, and other genres. Our movies that have participated in more than 50 international festivals in recent years. Every year, August 2nd is celebrated as Azerbaijan Cinema Day, a professional holiday of cinema workers. For more than 30 years, Azerbaijani cinema has been creating works of the period of independence, trying to bring the truth of life to the screen without any censorship. During this period, a large number of feature movies were shot in Azerbaijan. In most of those movies, the cinematographers brought the cinema closer to real life, and fictional heroes were replaced by real people. Such movies include Murder on the Night Train, Day of Murder, Gazelle Reciter, 7 Days After the Murder, Scream, Both Visit and Trade, Hotel Room, and others. Movies on the subject of Karabakh were shot at the Azerbaijan Film Movie Studio named after Jafar Jabbarlı. One of them is Scream. Two documentaries, Children of War and We Will Return, are dedicated to the Hocalı genocide. The role of Hale, Peak of Struggle, and other similar movies in upbringing the younger generation in the spirit of patriotism is irreplaceable. The movie Nabat is a valuable screen work in terms of conveying the truth of Karabakh to the world. In recent years, the topical movies produced by the Azerbaijan Film Movie Studio have participated in more than 50 international movie festivals, conveyed the realities of Azerbaijan to the world's cinema audience, and have been awarded prestigious awards. All these facts that we have listed show once again that new successes will be added to the achievements of Azerbaijani cinema during the 125-year historical period in the next decades. Our cinema will be making its contribution to the recognition of our country in a wider geography and to conveying the truth of Karabakh to humanity. Thank you for watching the video until the end. I invite you to hit the like button of the video, share it, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on the notification icon. Bye.